Okay, so as we're calculating areas and circumference for circles, we have an example of a calculator screen. In the calculator, notice here's the answer down here. It's the 201.0619. Someone typed in pi times 8 squared, and it wants to know what might this calculation represent. Well, remember that the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. We have the pi and we have something squared. So this might represent the area of a circle with a radius of 8. Alright, this one's a little trickier. It says to find the area of a circle in terms of pi, in which c equals 3x minus 2 pi meters. Now, what is c? Well, c stands for the circumference of the circle. So let's remember, the circumference of the circle is the diameter times pi. So our circumference is 3x minus 2 times pi. Alright, well, what might we have for our different parts? So look, we have the pi portion is here, which means that this part here must be the diameter. Okay, so we're trying to find the area of a circle with a diameter of 3x minus 2. We want the area once again. We want the area. Okay, well, what's the formula for the area of a circle? It's pi times the radius squared. We don't have the radius, we have the diameter. So for just a quick second, let's talk about what does that mean. Okay, so the diameter of a circle is the distance all the way across the circle. Okay, this is a diameter. The radius, which is what we want, is just half of that distance. Okay, so we're going to take this diameter and we're going to divide it by 2. That gives me 3 over 2x minus 1 for my radius. I just divided each part by 2. Just for simplification purposes, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 divided by 2 here and use 1.5x minus 1 just because I know a lot of people are a little uncomfortable with fractions. So again, we just divided each part by 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 and 2 divided by 2 is 1. That's the radius of our circle. Now let's write what the area would be. It would be pi times the radius squared. The radius squared would be 1.5x minus 1 times itself, 1.5x minus 1. So just a little review from algebra here. When we have this, we have to distribute. It's called foiling when you have to do it twice because there's 2 parts. So we have 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25. So I still have my pi here, but now I have 2.25. X times x is x squared. Then we take the 1.5 times the second part, the negative 1, that gives me negative 1.5x. Now we have to take the negative 1 in the first part times everything. So negative 1 times 1.5x is negative 1.5x. And finally, negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. We can simplify a little more because we have 2 things that are x's. 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. So we get 2.25x squared minus 3x plus 1. And when they say in terms of pi, that means you don't have to multiply pi out. So you just leave the pi in your answer. So this would be the area of our circle. It would be in meters squared. It's pi times 2.25x squared minus 3x plus 1 meters squared. No, that looks a little weird, but that's all we could do with the x's in it. Alright, let's find the area of